It sounds like that Spider-Man might not be the only animated series in trouble over on Disney Plus, as it sounds like pretty much all of animation is under a microscope and could be axed at any moment, as animation continues to be, well, pretty much useless and not profitable for anybody out there. So let's talk about what's happening with all of Marvel Studios animation. So I'm sure most of you know how this works. You produce an animated series and then you sell a lot of toys. That's why cartoons, large in part, were so successful for so long. But nowadays, kids don't really watch cartoons. And if they do, the merchandise is very few and far in between. It doesn't sell as much as it used to. Most of the merchandise now is based on the movies and TV shows, and it sells to people in their mid-30s, if you look at the ages. So again, it's changed. And as people informed me in my last video, because I didn't know what I was talking about when it comes to the kids games these days, Roadblocks is all the rage. I don't know what that game is about. I've heard a kid talk about it and it made no sense. I'm sorry. I'm old. I guess I play just the boomer shooters like the Call of Duty. Either way though, we talked about Spider-Man freshman year and sophomore year. Those seem to be in trouble, if not outright canceled. Well, it seems like that there's a little bit more trouble in paradise, as we're hearing that the unnamed series that was in development, that was announced some time ago at this point, from Brian Kissinger, might actually be axed. What if Season 2 and possibly Season 3 development, a lot of money was spent on the voice cast, and there's almost no way to recoup that? Again, unless you're selling action figures from Hasbro to mid-30-year-olds like me, which is the main demographic buying them, you're out of luck. Marvel's Zombies, which is supposed to be an R-rated Disney Plus series, is not going to be profitable at all. That much is very clear. And X-Men 97, majority of the hype for that, which seems to be that it's going to be 10 episodes, one season as of right now, is, well, again, catering to a very specific audience. So what we're hearing, amid cutbacks on animation by WB, Netflix, and everybody else out there, is the fact that they are very heavily assessing the situation and following the trend, and the trend is get rid of animation because it's not profitable. And honestly, unfortunately, it's true. If you guys follow me on social media, again, I talk about it in my link tree, we talk about it in the podcast, it's down below in the description. You'll see I buy a good amount of action figures and collectibles, but guess who the majority of the audience buying what I collect is? Transformers, He-Man / Masters of the Universe, and She-Ra, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Marvel. It's all people in the age range of 25 to 45 years old. That's the main collector group. And we don't buy enough to justify this type of content. So it's kind of like a dead-end wall, if you will. There's no way you can get around it. And it's unfortunate, but I think honestly, this was expected to a degree. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens out of all these. I could honestly see X-Men continuing just because of the goodwill. But beyond that, I'm pretty sure the writing is on the wall and has been for a while now. It's just time we admit that animation is really gonna see a massive step back, and there's no reason to spend millions of dollars on making an animated project when you can do live action for slightly more. It's just kind of becoming that obvious, you know, and that's where we're at now. And we see that with Disney. Why make another animated Lion King when you can just do a live action one and make 1.5 billion? It's just the way that the industry's going.